You might find this funny, but I think Penticton's weird, but not in a bad way, in a we accidentally built something incredible sort of way. And I think that the locals here just forget how rare this place actually is. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the 7 things that Penticton already does really well and how we could potentially double down to make this city even better. Guys, if you don't know me, my name is Jordan West. I am a former BC ambulance paramedic turned business builder. I live here in Penticton, the best city in the world, and I am obsessed with making it even better. Let's get into it, guys. If you live here, this is not a tourism video. This isn't a don't sleep on what we have here video, because the best cities in the world do not reinvent themselves. They double down on what already works. It's an interesting business principle that I do all the time, where I'm always trying to go here and there and like very squirrely all the time, and realizing, oh my gosh, no, let's just double down and do more of what is already working, right? There's this framework I use all the time, more, better, new. Probably go through that a little bit here. Don't worry, this isn't a business video. This is just a fun video for us here to figure out what we have and what we can double down on. All right, number 1, let's talk about it here. 2 lakes, 1 city. Honestly, I don't think that we talk about this enough. We live between 2 swimmable, boatable, walkable lakes that are like legitimately incredible lakes. So when you go to Skaha, the beach at Skaha, if you didn't really know where you were, you'd think you're on some like Mediterranean island or something. Honestly, like when I was, anytime that I go down there, I'm like, this is just incredible that we live down here. Incredible. This shapes our lifestyle. Mornings at one lake, evenings at the other. That's me like all the time. You guys probably see me walking around all the time, taking phone calls and being like, no, I don't really get too stressed. It is why people slow down when they move here. And honestly, I've really slowed down. I love it. I recently, again, tangent Jordan, I was recently in Vegas and for some business stuff. And when I came back here, I just realized I was like, I'm so glad I live in Penticton. And this is like where I get to do life, and I can go and do some crazy things all over the place, but get to come down and come back here. So here is how we double down. Better lake-to-lake identity. Honestly, I think that we're kind of missing out on that as part of our identity, and it's because we already know it, right? More public seating, more shade, more docks, more just everything to do with the lakes. I've got some kind of crazy ideas around the Okanagan Lake and some different things that we can do with connectivity there. I probably won't get into this on this one. If you guys want to know, just let me know. Be like, Jared, what is it? What is it? Do you want to make a video on that? We should treat the lakes as our central gathering spaces, right? Not just scenery. I think we could do a ton when it comes to those lakes. I recently saw, by the way, while I'm filming this, I recently saw that on Okanagan Lake, they put a small, like sort of Scandinavian spa down there. Come on, guys. This is what I'm talking about. This is the good stuff. This is like, yeah, this is awesome. Most cities would kill for just 1 lake. We casually live between 2. All right. Let's talk about number 2. And we all know this, what I have been calling, and you guys like call me out on this every single time, the canal. We'll call it the channel from now on. You're like, we've already been calling it the channel. Well, you know, I'll call it the channel. It's like every time they're like, this is how we know you haven't lived here your whole life. That's how I read these comments, just so you guys know. So anytime I see your comments, your helpful comments, that's how I read them. The channel. Now, honestly, just so you guys know, there's rarely a comment that I get offended by. I just don't care. But I really love the feedback. So just so everyone knows. All right, the channel. This is our functional infrastructure turned culture. Here's what we do well. We took a flood control project and accidentally turned it into the shared summer ritual. And we all know how great the channel is. The channel is not just about floating, it's about this shared experience. Everyone here has done it. If you haven't done it, get down there. We didn't do it this summer because my wife was like 8 months pregnant, so didn't want to do it then. We were scared. I also had a shoulder injury. I was scared about getting out. Shoulder's feeling better, just in case you guys are wondering. Everyone's done it. Everyone has a story. Here's how we double down. Number 1 is cleaner, safer access points. Number 2 is better signage and seasonal amenities. We need to treat this as a core civic culture, not just a novelty. I think that there's a lot of stuff that we could do around that. And really, I think that the city could double down on actually investing in some areas there, working with the Penticton Indian Band as well, on putting together some things that really actually draw tourists. What I have noticed in business and in life and in marketing, I don't know if you guys can tell this, I'm a good marketer. That's not an egotistical thing. It's just more like that's the only thing I'm really good at in this life. The thing that I have noticed is that doing something 10x is usually when you're going to get free PR, right? So if you do something really, really well and you do something crazy, that's where you can get free PR. That's what I think we need to be doing on the channel. Man, this video is getting longer than I was hoping for it to be. It was just supposed to be a quick, weird 7 things that we have, but guys, people don't have this, and we can double down on it. We can create incredible things around the channel, okay? We can do it. I've got a million. You know what? I'm gonna make a whole video on that because I think that there's some really cool stuff that we could do. And what I want to get into on this channel too is like, I have had enough complaining. I've had enough. I was gonna say clean streets, Penticton. Oh, there I said it. Like, it's garbage. All of the complaining. Let's just stop. What we need to figure out is how we economically make this place better, because the more that we can bring people in and make it vibrant, the better Penticton will be. Let's talk about the Naramata bench. World class right there. I was recently in Napa Valley, and you know what's really interesting? Napa Valley isn't really that beautiful comparatively to the Okanagan. We have this. We have the Naramata bench right there. We have one of the most dense wine regions in all of Canada, minutes from town. It's crazy. It's not just tourism. This is like the economic gravity. Wine brings talent, food culture, chefs, events. I have a million ideas for events, especially for business people. I think bringing in, there's this whole idea, and don't shoot me, okay? But there's this whole idea that look and see what billionaires are doing, and about 5 years later is when it starts to become sort of mainstream, right? And so if we can start to attract people up here like that Napa of the North sort of idea, we create a stronger Penticton. I'm looking into a few projects right now that I'm pretty excited about to attract those sorts of people, because then everyone else below them in economic status comes. But if you don't have those people, it's really, really hard to do that. And so I think we really need to double down on that. By the way, if you're a big developer, if you are looking into projects here, contact me. Find me on Facebook, find me on Instagram, and just say like, hey, Jord, I got some cash. I want to do some big projects. I have got some vision for this place and for some of the things that we could do to bring people like that here. Got a bunch of ideas with that, and I would love to partner with people. So if that is something, if you're watching this and you're like, oh, it's interesting, let's see. This guy doesn't seem like a complete weirdo. I'm a little bit of a weirdo, but just a tiny bit. So here's how we double down. A stronger Penticton and Naramata connection, right? Obviously, we already have that connection. I think that we just need to make it incredibly strong. I'm not talking about like, annexing Naramata. I don't even know why I said that. Just funny thoughts in my head. We need to have food and wine events locally actually attended, right? And positive Penticton as the year-round base. If you guys have seen my positive Penticton thing, it's been very, very fun. Very, very fun. We do not need to copy Napa. We just need to own being us, right? My wife and I were saying the other day, like when we look on these Facebook groups and some of the little events, we're like, Penticton's weird in the best way. In the best way. That's why I love it so much. But I think we need to double down on being weird. Let's talk about events that actually feel like community. So we have Peach Fest, we have markets. By the way, the farmer's market is like the best. This time of year where we don't have the farmer's market, I'm like, bring the farmer's market back. I love it. Local festivals, they still feel human. In big cities, events feel corporate. I don't want to bring that to Penticton. I don't like that vibe. I love the local weirdness of it, but I think we need to double down on that. We've got so many incredible artisans and neighbors around. Like, I think that and music. We have just incredibly musicians here. We need to double down on that. Here's how we do it. More local first programming in the area, right? Really doubling down on that. And I know City of Penticton's done an awesome job. Guys, I know you're watching. You guys are doing a great job. Comms department, you guys friggin' rock. Send me some more nice emails, okay? Just kidding. Encourage weird, small, experimental events. I kind of want to get into some of these, to be honest. You know who you are. And make it easy for residents to create, not just attend. I think that that's a cool thing, right? Like, there's so many cool people in Penticton. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Let's do it. Community is not just a slogan here. It's something that we still practice. Outdoor access that is borderline unfair. This is number 5 for those of you counting at home here. Climbing, biking, hiking, skiing, all within actual minutes, which is crazy. This is why people stay. This is why I'm here. I am an outdoorsman. I don't know if you can tell, wearing my black sort of shirt. This is why kids grow up here. This is why we want to have our kids here. Not have our kids here. Well, we had one of our kids here, but this is why we brought our kids here. It's health. It's not just recreation. It's like actual health. And for those of you who track your HRV, when I moved to Penticton, my HRV went up like 10 to 15 points. It actually just continues to go up because I'm so relaxed and I love the life here. Here's how we double down. We need to protect access fiercely. We need to invest in trail upkeep and signage. I've got some ideas actually for I'm a mountain biker. I think that we need to really look and see what we have and see how do we create a place. There's this place down in Bellingham called Galbraith for you mountain bikers out there. When I lived in Abbotsford, I loved to go to Galbraith, and it was incredible what they put together. It was like Whistler level, or Silver Star for those of you guys up here. Let's just call it Whistler level trails for free, which was wild. I think that us as a city, we can invest in that, and that would bring a massive amount of people into Penticton. And really, at the end of the day, that's what we need. We need that tourism. So we need to make Penticton known as the active living city, not just a vacation town. And that is going to take a bit of a change, but I'm here for it. Number 6, a real small city identity that still exists. We have hockey nights. We have familiar faces. By the way, V's, I wish I could be the face of the V's. I don't know why, but it'd just be kind of fun. Running into people you know, I love it. I love it. Loneliness is a crisis everywhere, except at places that still feel connected. Let's not lose that. Let's not lose that over the tiny home vote. Let's not lose that over Facebook groups. And like, guys, the negativity, just stop. Let's just stop. I get it. I get why you want to be negative. I get it, right? It is the thing. It is the reaction to everything that we are doing here. We don't need to be, right? It's not going to help. It's not going to help. Let's try and stay close. Let's prioritize local teams and venues. A friend of mine and I were talking about bringing like a local soccer team here, like a local football club. Anyway, just all sorts of stuff like that. Prioritize gathering spaces, design downtown for people staying, not just passing through. Let's work on the parking problem too, y'all. I don't know why I said y'all. This is the stuff the big cities lose and almost never get back. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's keep things weird here. But we can grow. We can continue to grow, but grow in a good way. And we are weird in a good way. Penticton does not try too hard. It's unpretentious. It's a little scrappy. That's what I love about it, right? That is the soul of the place. Once it's gone, it's gone. Let's not do that. So let's say no to things that dilute the culture. Let's double down on the culture that we have. Let's say yes to things that strengthen local life and the strengths that we have. Let's not try and be Kelowna. Kelowna can be Kelowna. You guys go for it. Share it with someone in Kelowna. Just say, you can be Kelowna. Let's make decisions through a simple lens. Does this make living here better for the majority of us? The goal is not to just get bigger, though I think that is part of this, right? It's part of, let's not get too big, but I think that bringing in some new ideas and fresh blood and all of that is really a good thing. So let's talk about this. The cities that people love, they don't chase trends, right? They protect their advantages. We already have nature, community, culture, access, identity. Let's not throw those things away. This next chapter isn't about changing who we are. Let's stay who we are. And I'm saying we. You know, I've been here for 4.5 months, okay? I am a we. Some people are like, you can't call yourself that. Well, I can, and I'm saying it, okay? Guys, if you live here, comment and let me know what we should double down on next. Let me know, like, what do we need to do? If you're enjoying this, share this with a friend. Again, I make these videos just because I enjoy it. There's nothing. People are like, why are you making these videos? I'm like, I don't know. I just know I've got ideas. This is the best way I know how to get them out there. I've got a team on my business side that does all of this stuff for me, and it's not hard for me to do. I love it. I really appreciate all of you guys so much, and I hope you guys are having a great day. Bye.